7236. What is the purpose of the yellow demarcation bar marking? A. Delineates entrance to runway from a taxiway. B. Delineates beginning of runway available for landing when pavement is aligned with runway on approach side. C. Delineates runway with a displaced threshold from a blast pad, stopway, or taxiway that precedes the runway. The correct answer is C. The yellow demarcation bar marking serves an important role in providing visual guidance and information to pilots and ground personnel at airports. Here are more details regarding the purpose of the yellow demarcation bar marking. Identifying displaced threshold. The yellow demarcation bar marking is used to indicate the presence of a displaced threshold on a runway. A displaced threshold is a designated area on the runway where landing aircraft are not permitted to touch down, but can still use the remaining runway for takeoff. The demarcation bar marking visually separates the displaced threshold area from the rest of the runway. Differentiating surfaces. The demarcation bar marking helps differentiate the displaced threshold area from other paved surfaces that may precede the runway, such as a blast pad, stopway, or taxiway. It visually distinguishes the area where aircraft should not touch down and provides a clear indication of the usable portion of the runway for landing operations. Enhancing safety and compliance. By clearly demarcating the displaced threshold area, the yellow demarcation bar marking helps ensure that pilots adhere to the proper landing procedures and do not inadvertently touch down in the designated area. Compliance with this marking contributes to the safe and efficient use of the runway. Visual reference for pilots. The demarcation bar marking serves as a visual reference point for pilots during approach and landing. It helps pilots identify and align themselves with the usable portion of the runway, ensuring accurate positioning and a smooth transition from approach to landing. Regulatory requirement. The use of the yellow demarcation bar marking is often mandated by aviation regulatory authorities to ensure standardization and uniformity in runway markings. It is part of the comprehensive system of markings and signage at airports, providing clear guidance for pilots and ground personnel. The purpose of the yellow demarcation bar marking is to delineate a runway with a displaced threshold from a blast pad, stopway, or taxiway that precedes the runway. This marking visually separates the displaced threshold area and assists pilots in accurately identifying the usable portion of the runway for landing opera. 7237. When turning onto a taxiway from another taxiway, what is the purpose of the taxiway directional sign? A. Indicates direction to take off runway. B. Indicates designation and direction of exit taxiway from runway. C. Indicates designation and direction of taxiway leading out of an intersection. The correct answer is C. The taxiway directional sign plays a vital role in providing clear guidance and information to pilots and ground personnel at airports. Here are more details regarding the purpose of the taxiway directional sign when turning onto a taxiway from another taxiway. Intersection navigation. When taxiing on the ground, there are instances where one taxiway intersects with another taxiway. The purpose of the taxiway directional sign is to assist pilots in identifying the correct taxiway designation and direction to follow when exiting the intersection. Designation and direction. The taxiway directional sign indicates both the designation and direction of the taxiway that leads out of the intersection. It provides essential information to pilots, helping them make the correct decision regarding the taxiway they need to take to continue their route. Clarity and visibility. The sign is designed to be easily visible and recognizable to pilots, even from a distance. It typically consists of a yellow background with black inscriptions indicating the taxiway designation and an arrow indicating the direction to be followed. Enhanced situational awareness. By providing clear and concise information about the designation and direction of the taxiway at an intersection, the taxiway directional sign enhances pilots' situational awareness. It enables them to maintain a clear understanding of their position on the airfield and make informed decisions for safe and efficient taxiing. Compliance with taxi instructions. Pilots are expected to comply with taxi instructions provided by air traffic control or ground personnel. The taxiway directional sign serves as an additional visual reference to validate and reinforce the given instructions, ensuring pilots follow the correct path at intersections. The purpose of the taxiway directional sign, when turning onto a taxiway from another taxiway, is to indicate the designation and direction of the taxiway leading out of an intersection. This sign assists pilots in identifying the correct taxiway to follow, promoting safe and efficient taxiing operations. 7238. What purpose the taxiway location sign serves? A. Provides general taxiing direction to named runway. B. Denotes entrance to runway from a taxiway. C. Identifies taxiway on which an aircraft is located. The correct answer is C. The taxiway location sign serves an important role in providing clear identification and location information for aircraft and ground personnel at airports. Here are more details regarding the purpose of the taxiway location sign. Identifying taxiway location. The taxiway location sign is specifically designed to indicate the location of a taxiway. It helps pilots, air traffic controllers, and ground personnel accurately identify and communicate the specific taxiway on which an aircraft is located. Enhancing situational awareness. By prominently displaying the designation of the taxiway, the location sign improves situational awareness for pilots and ground personnel. It allows them to easily confirm their position on the airfield, especially when navigating complex taxiway systems or during low visibility conditions. Facilitating communication. The taxiway location sign serves as a common reference point for communication between pilots and air traffic control. When reporting their position or requesting instructions, pilots can use the taxiway designation provided on the sign to accurately convey their location, enabling effective and efficient communication. Supporting ground operations. Ground personnel, such as airport operations staff, maintenance crews, or ground handling personnel, also rely on taxiway location signs to locate and coordinate with aircraft. These signs help ensure smooth and organized ground operations, minimizing the risk of confusion or errors. Regulatory compliance. The use of taxiway location signs is typically mandated by aviation regulatory authorities to ensure standardization and consistency in airport operations. Adhering to these signs promotes compliance with established procedures and contributes to overall safety and efficiency on the airfield. The purpose of the taxiway location sign is to identify the taxiway on which an aircraft is located. This sign plays a crucial role in enhancing situational awareness, facilitating communication, and supporting safe and efficient ground operations at airports. 7239. When exiting the runway, what is the purpose of the runway exit sign? A. Indicates designation and direction of exit taxiway from runway. B. Indicates designation and direction of taxiway leading out of an intersection. C. Indicates direction to take off runway. The correct answer is A. The runway exit sign serves a crucial role in providing clear guidance and information to pilots when they are exiting the runway. Here are more details regarding the purpose of the runway exit sign. Identifying exit taxiway. As aircraft complete their landing roll and reach the end of the runway, they need to identify the appropriate exit taxiway to leave the runway and continue taxiing. The runway exit sign is specifically designed to indicate the designation and direction of the exit taxiway from the runway. Directional information. The sign provides essential directional information to pilots, helping them make the correct decision regarding which taxiway to take to leave the runway. It helps them navigate efficiently and safely, ensuring a smooth flow of traffic and minimizing any potential confusion. Enhanced situational awareness. By clearly indicating the exit taxiway designation and direction, the runway exit sign enhances pilots' situational awareness. It allows them to quickly identify the intended exit point, especially during low visibility conditions or when operating at unfamiliar airports. Compliance with airport procedures. Following the guidance provided by the runway exit sign ensures compliance with airport procedures and promotes the safe and efficient movement of aircraft. Pilots are expected to adhere to the indicated taxiway designation and direction, facilitating orderly traffic flow and minimizing the risk of runway incursions. Integration with air traffic control. The information provided by the runway exit sign also assists air traffic control in managing traffic on the ground. By directing aircraft to specific exit taxiways, controllers can efficiently coordinate the movement of arriving and departing aircraft, optimizing runway utilization and minimizing delays. The purpose of the runway exit sign, when exiting the runway, is to indicate the designation and direction of the exit taxiway from the runway. This sign plays a vital role in providing clear guidance and enhancing situational awareness for pilots, facilitating safe and efficient taxiing operations. 7241. The controller issues the following taxi instructions. N123, taxi to runway 16. Where are you required to stop in order to be in compliance with the controller's instructions? A55, B66, C99. The correct answer is A. When the controller issues the instruction, N123, taxi to runway 16, it means you are authorized to proceed to runway 16 for takeoff. However, it's important to note that this instruction does not grant permission to cross any intersecting runways without additional clearance. To be in compliance with the controller's instructions, you should taxi to runway 16 while following the most direct route, unless instructed otherwise by ATC. The stopping point required to be in compliance with the instruction is position 5, 5 on the taxiway. Position 5, 5 is located before any intersecting runways and ensures that you hold short of runway 16. This is an important safety measure to avoid potential runway incursions and maintain orderly traffic flow. By stopping at position 5, you demonstrate adherence to the controller's instructions and follow the standard procedures for taxiing to the assigned takeoff runway. You are required to stop at position 5 on the taxiway in order to be in compliance with the controller's instructions to taxi to runway 16.